Welcome back. You're still tuned in to Salam Media, your home of humanitarian journalism. The time is about 11 minutes before the top of the hour 9. And in a bit, we'll be delving into a very landmark moment in South Africa's history, a step forward in recognizing the rights and dignity of the Muslim community. The first ever South African Muslim marriage certificates have been issued officially, acknowledging nikah marriages in line with Islamic Sharia law. This historic development is a testament to the relentless advocacy of the Muslim community and the commitment of South Africa's government to reflect our country's unity in diversity. But it took a long time. And joining us to unpack this groundbreaking achievement is Asmal Mayat, convener of the Muslim Marriage Certificate Workshop and an advocate for Muslim marital rights. Aslam, Salamu alaikum. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to Salam Media.
Walaikum salam to you and the listeners.
First and foremost, a very monumental moment in South Africa's history, particularly for Muslims in this country. Islam has been in the country for over 300 years, but only now, our Muslim marriage is officially being recognized. How important and how significant is this moment? All right.
Okay, you broke up there, but if I can continue, that so I didn't hear you properly, but that's fine. Yes, it is quite a groundbreaking thing, and I think the public need to know exactly what the implications are, and that's the purpose of this workshop, which is being held jointly by Baraka Bank and Association of Muslim Accountants and Lawyers, to educate the public. So it's really will appeal to a broad section, not only lawyers, not only the ulama fraternity, but even everybody else who's either married or intending to marry. It's not the end of the journey. There's an interim constitutional court case which deals with nikah marriages only. And the ruling on that, together with the Divorce Amendment Act, applies to nikahs, only marriages. Then you could marry under the Marriage Act, which most people who register marriage have always traditionally done. So there's another system that applies to those people. And then you could you could have before, but now they've made it easy for you to register your marriage under the Customary Marriages Act. So what are the implications of registering under these acts? And that's what will be explained in the webinar. And I think there should be a caution for, people might not listen to the webinar. They should exercise caution, take advice, because if you simply go and register a marriage under any statute in South Africa, and there's 3 that you could do, you will be automatically by default married in community of property unless you enter into an anti-nuptial contract before you get married. So I think that people should exercise caution, should take advice. And this is what the webinar, it's going to actually go into great depth. I'm just touching the very broad surface. It is much more involved and complicated than that, and people will definitely benefit. It's being held physically at Baraka Bank. It's on Saturday, 23rd of November, between 10 o'clock and 12 o'clock. But besides the physical, there's also, you could link up on the virtual and also listen to it. So you could listen all over the country, but even here too, if you can't make it. It really will be educational, informative, at a level where everybody could understand and everybody will benefit from, no matter how educated or whatever degrees they got. But they will then become informed enough to then seek advice, professional advice, and make an informed decision. And that's what's important. God has given us akal. We've got to use it. It's one of the bounties, and you can only use it if you are armed with the necessary knowledge beforehand.
Mm, mm. What would you say are going to be some of the key
Yeah.
elements that are going to be discussed in this webinar that you feel like people are going to be really, really interested in and are going to be very, very important going forward?
Well, if you just remain in a nikah only, can you remain in a nikah only without registering the marriage? That's the first question. Then, if you do get married, register your marriage, whether you register under the Marriages Act or now the Customary Marriages Act, what are the implications? If you register under the Customary Marriages Act, can you enter into another nikah after that? Yes or no? If you are able to, under what conditions do you have to make an application to court to allow you to get married, to perform another nikah? Even if you don't register that under the Customary Marriages Act. So these are all the pitfalls, sideshows, etc., which have to be interrogated quite thing. There's also, you can actually register the marriage after one of the spouses dies. Now, how does one go about
Mm,
it? What are the implications? What could be the dangers that's involved? I mean, these are very, very, it's new territory. Uh, I don't think anybody's got all the answers yet. It'll have to be thought out properly, considered. There might be court cases involving that. But our job is just to, or the job of the panelists anyway, is to show you, look, this is what the implications are. These are the pitfalls. These are the things that might need to be interrogated and investigated and determined by a court before anybody's got certainty regarding it. Because there's very little, other than the fact that, yes, this is a groundbreaking thing, come and register. Nobody's really told you what it means. And, uh, the cheerleaders are fine, but we, as lawyers, we've got to explain exactly what it is, and then you make an informed choice. We've got a very good panel. Munira Osman Haider, she's an ex-co member of AMAL. She's a lecturer in law. We've got Sheikh Munir Abdul Rauf. He's, besides being an associate professor, and he's also a legal advisor to the MJC. And we've also got Lasela Mofor King, who's a lecturer and expert in African customary marriages. So, he'll be able to tell us, because obviously, there have been cases, there's been case law, there have been things, articles. He's being the expert on that, will be able to tell us, look, you're coming and registering under this act. What are the problems that they faced in the Customary Marriages Act? All this needs to be explained carefully, and we've got the experts to do that.
mm, mm. What advice would you give to Muslim couples, particularly the young couples that are probably really, really excited because of this new groundbreaking moment? They feel like it'll be really cool to get their marriage certificate. They're registering from it, and that transition, their marriage. What advice would you give to those that have not really fully understood it yet, but because of the moment and just how groundbreaking it is, are really excited and are thinking about going to get that marriage certificate?
فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ? Which of the bounties of the Lord will you reject? He's given you akal. Listen to people who know something about it. Then go and take proper advice. Getting married, it's a lifelong consequences. There's proprietary consequences. You've got children, you've got wives, you've got all sorts of things. You've got husbands, you've got all sorts of things to consider. You don't just go and register something without knowing. If you buy a car, you'll probably go and look at it and take your whole family to go and see, and you'll check with your bank, etc., etc. This needs you go to your spiritual advisor, go to your legal advisor, get proper sound advice, and then make your decision. Uh, Only fools just rush in where angels fear to tread.
And I think we're going to leave it on that note. Aslam will be leaving those details on our screen of the webinar. But if somebody's listening, they probably want to get more information. Is there any way that they can get in touch with you guys?
Well, I think you've posted up on the screen. If they call AMAL officers, they'll be able to get all the information that they do.
Yeah, definitely. And I think this is a very, very, very important workshop that one needs to attend, particularly, I'm assuming, young, newly married couples who I know would be very, very excited because of this new concept. So, yeah, the Association of Muslim Accountants and Lawyers in partnership with Baraka Bank will be inviting you into a hybrid workshop on the Muslim marriage certificate and its implications. This is going to be taking place tomorrow, the 23rd of November, 2024, Saturday, and it's from 10 a.m. Till 12 p.m. The venue is at the Baraka Bank Kingsmead Office Park out in Durban. Otherwise, you can join via LinkPop. The link is right there on the screen. You can take a screenshot and then copy and paste. And then if you have any questions, you can call AMAL on 031-207-3381. Aslam, Jazakallah so much for giving us your time. Really, really appreciate it. And I think this is a very, very important workshop that needs a lot of attention.
Jazakallah. Thank you very much. You're quite right. It is important. People should attend or should listen online. And the talk that preceded me on the ICC matter, I think, was extremely informative. Your speaker spoke very well, and congratulations to him.
Pleasure's all ours. Jazakallah so much. Well, there you have it. That was Aslam Mayat, convener of the Muslim marriage certificate workshop. So yeah, I think take a screenshot of that. Yeah, if you are out in Durban, make your way to Kingsmead Office Park out in Durban at the Baraka Bank offices, and be sure to attend. Otherwise, you can join via LinkPop. The link is right there on the screen. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, News and Views continues with this week's edition of Juma Inspirations right after the short break.
We are here in the middle of a Zahra neighborhood. The whole neighborhood is already destroyed. More than 17 towers are down. Here, as you can see, the firefighters trying their best to help. The people are still under the rubble. A lot of the people.
Join Hamza on his exclusive South African tour as he shares his personal experiences, never before seen footage, and powerful insights on the ongoing genocide in Gaza. This is more than just a talk. It's an invitation to witness Gaza through the lens of Hamza Sha'alan. Don't miss this opportunity to meet the photojournalist who brought Gaza's pain and perseverance to the world in its darkest moments. Follow Salam Media on social media pages for more on this tour and be part of the conversation.